Hello, welcome back to the reading of the poem of the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 1, Chapter 139, Part 2, On the Mountains near Emmaus. Judas says, "You went into the desert, because I could do it. But woe to those who are alone, unless in their solitude they are a multitude against a multitude." How? I don't understand. A multitude of virtues against a multitude of temptations. When virtue is feeble, one must do as this ivy, get hold of the branches of strong trees to climb up. Thank you, Master. I will cling to you and to my companions. But you must all help me. You are all better than I am. It was the frugal, honest surrounding where we were brought up that was better, my friend. But now you are with us, and we love you. You will see. I don't want to criticize Judea, but believe me, in Galilee, at least in our villages, there is less wealth and less corruption. Tiberias, Magdala, and other places of pleasure are not far from corruption. But we live with our simple souls, which may be also coarse, if you wish so, but are active and holily happy with what has been granted to us by God, says James of Alphaeus. But don't you know, James, that Judas's mother is a holy woman? Her goodness is written all over her face, objects John. Judas of Cariath smiles happily at the praise, and he smiles even more when Jesus confirms, "You are right, John. She is a holy creature." It was my Father's dream to make me a great man of the world, and he took me away too early and too deeply from my mother. "What have you got to say that you are always speaking?" asks Peter from far away. "Stop, wait for us. It is not fair that you should go on like that without considering that my legs are so short." They stop until the other group join them. "Ah, my little boat, how I love you. I have to work here like a slave. What were you talking about?" "We were saying what is necessary to be good," replies Jesus. "And are you not telling me, Master?" "Of course. Order, patience, perseverance, humility, charity. I told you many times. Not order. What has it to do with it? Disorder is never a good quality. I have just explained that to your companions. They will tell you. And I mentioned it first, whereas I mentioned charity last, because they are the two extremities of the straight line of perfection. Now you know that a straight line on a plane has neither beginning nor end. Each extremity can be either the beginning or the end, whereas in the case of a spiral or any other design which is not enclosed in itself, there is always a beginning and an end. Holiness is linear, simple, perfect, and has but two extremities, like a straight line. It is easy to draw a straight line. Do you think so? You are wrong. In a drawing, even if it is a complicated one, some imperfections may not be noticed, but an error is noticed at once in a straight line, either an inclination or uncertainty. Joseph, when he taught me the trade, insisted a great deal that the boards should be straight, and quite rightly to be used to say, "See, son?" A small imperfection may not be seen in a decoration or in a turned work, because the eye, unless it is very experienced, if it watches one point, does not see another. But if a board is not as straight as it should be, even the most simple work will not be satisfactory. Such is a poor table for a peasant. It will be on a slant or it will wobble. It is only good for the fire. We can say the same applies to souls. If we do not want to be good, but for the eternal fire, that is, if we want to conquer heaven, we must be perfect, like a board which is planed and squared properly, who starts his spiritual work in an unplanned manner, starting from useless things, jumping from one thing to another, like a restless bird, will end up by not being able to join the various parts of his work. They will not fit in. Therefore, order and charity. Then holding these two extremities firm in two vices, so that they may not move, you can work at all the rest. decorations or carving, whatever it may be. Have you understood? Yes, I have. Peter endures his lesson in silence and suddenly concludes, So my brother is more clever than I am. He is really tidy, one step after the other, calm and quiet. He does not seem to be moving. Instead, I would like to do a lot of things quickly, and I do nothing. Who will help me? Your goodwill. Do not be afraid, Peter. You do things too. You are making yourself. What about me? You too, Philip. And what about me? I do not seem to be good for anything. No, Thomas. You work too. You all work. You are wild trees, but the grafts will slowly and certainly change you, and you are my joy. There you are. We are sad and you console us. We are weak and you fortify us. We are afraid and you encourage us. You are always ready with advice and comfort for everybody and for every case. How can you be always ready and so good, Master? My friends, that is why I came. Knowing what I was going to find and what I had to do. If one has no illusions, one has no disappointments, and thus one does not lose enthusiasm, and one proceeds. Remember that when you too will have to work at the animal man to make the spiritual man. This has been a reading from the poem of the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 1, Chapter 139, Part 2, On the Mountains near Emmaus. Thank you for listening. God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. May God bless you and may peace be with you.